Okay, today we're going to go over SmartTach and how the operation with SmartTach. First of all, this is SmartTach. The SmartTach, it reads RPM for your car. So right now we need to see communication. First thing we need to check is going to communicate with the software. So before that, you shut off the software first. And now you're going to go back here. You have a communication cable here. You follow this wire all the way down to the bottom of this computer. You will see the newer one, you will have this, USB to serial. The older computer, you won't have one because you'll have it right on the board itself. So right now you don't have it, so you put it on there. You're going to go to Start. Right click onto My Computer, go to Properties. And you go to Device Manager. And you're going to drop down COM port and you see what COM port that is. After you see it, you're going to exit out of there. You're going to open up your software. Double click on this space shuttle right here. This is your software. And you say yes, let it in. And then first thing you need to do is go to Calibration, Dyno Parameters. If you're using a SmartTach, to make sure you don't want to change anything on all these parameters, all you need to worry about this input of your RPM source. So on TS1 or inductive, they're both 0 to 5 volts analog. So you put analog there, you hit OK. After that, now you have to get the configuration, which one you want to use. First one you want to download the inductive, which is for your spark plug wire. We're going to go through that first. So we'll download, see it'll flash at 15,000 RPM. It took the information from the computer and downloaded the SmartTach so you can use the inductive. After that, you're going to get your clamp here. This clamp here will tell you which size goes to the spark plug wire. So if it does, you just go here, make sure you isolate this cable all by itself. You don't want it to interfere with anything else. So you want to isolate it, put it on your windshield wipers to keep it away from your header. Some of the cars are going to melt this thing. So right there, now you're going to put it in the car. Then you go back here, you're going to go SmartTach Setup, download inductive. When you flash, see it took the communication again, so you're going to start the car to make sure it stays at 3,000. So now you start the car up. And you're going to rep the car to 3,000. So as you can tell, most of the car is not going to be that easy to hold at 3,000. Especially if you have MSD. If you have MSD, you're going to go to Calibration, SmartTach Setup, you're going to go down here to Multi-Strike Enable. Click onto here, you're going to say yes. Just turn that on. It cut off your MSD pulses. After you do that, and you're going to rev the car to 3,000 RPM. If it holds steady, you're fine. If it starts fluxing around from 7 to 8,000 or go back and forth, you need to go to Calibration, SmartTach Setup, you need to go to Set Threshold Voltage. Factory default is 1.76. The range for it is 0 to 5. You can put anything from 0 to 5 in there. But this first two number I want you to try, you're going to go to the low side of that, 0.95. After you put 0.95 in there, like 0.95, you're going to hit OK. And then you're going to rev the car. If it drops all the way off, you're in the wrong side. So you're in the low side, so you have to go to the other side. So you go to SmartTach Setup Threshold Voltage, and you're going to go to 2.15. And if it's 2.5 works, you rev it a little bit more, change that number a little bit more till you get it to it holds steady at 3,000 RPM and it matches. Let's just say it matches at 3,000. The car matches 3,000 stationary and this stays at 6,000, but it's not matching, but it stays stationary. You need to cut the pulses. So you go to Calibration, SmartTach Setup, TS Pulse Revolution is right there. Click onto there. Every time you double this number, it'll cut it in half. When you cut the number in half, it double it. So you just have to find out which one works for your car. That is for your inductive. So if you're doing a TS1, you're going to take the cable out and you're going to put this clamp onto this here. You cannot have both, so you need to take one source off. So you take that source off, put this source on here. When you do that, you're ready to use TS1. So TS1 is pretty simple. TS1, you go to Calibration. It's a SmartTach. You want to set it up for TS1 for coil over. You don't want to use a coil over clamp on a spark plug wire. It will melt that at $1,100. So make sure Your high voltage inductive, low voltage TS1. You download TS1, it'll take a configuration, download it there. All you got to do is just take the boot off the coil over. There's 2 to 4 wires. You want to get the negative side, the negative signal, like a pink wire, a brown wire, a green wire, and a white wire. That's your signal. You have to find out which one. There's only 4. You can't have both in there. It'll cancel each other out. So you just get the right one. After you get the right one, your car is reading 900. If this is reading 190, all you got to is come down here and cut the pulses. Every time you cut that pulse, it'll get the correct one. Just get the correct one and you're set to go. So that's 3 things you have to remember. Download inductive, rev to 3,000 RPM. If it drops off, you go to threshold. If it holds stationary, but it doesn't match, you're going to cut the pulses till it matches it. That's it. And the other one is TS1. TS1, when you don't have to rev the car to anything. All you got to do is download TS1. And if it matches idle, you go here to make it match idle. And that's all you got to do with the whole inductive system. I hope that helped.